Ifambule unakushe. Na minim Sa Isa. Na mina the pioneer and the national coordinator of this first National Unity Consultative Conference. I really can't for narrate and for break down how the conference go to the creative people and to the people that we're really concerned about this entertainment industry. The consultative conference will go so fine. We'll be start with prayer to recognize the one then where we lost, and this we love in entertainment industry for this past years. The program is so superb. We see different sectors from the entertainment industry, from the film people and the musicians, the writers, the dancers, and different sectors, and where we really come together for to make the consultative conference come on wonderful. It'd be really nice for us to see sense of unity for the very first time where every sector they come together for take with entertainment business serious and see how we'll take them to the next level. The program be so nice, and it will start with the opening remarks from the chairman of the program, when the president of the Film Council, when Michael Cabo.
We have government officials. Let us tell them what we want. And it is by no mistake that the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs is here. Because, let me tell you something. She perhaps has been the only minister that has been excluded from the ministerial retreat to attend this function. That tells you how important we are. Quality is of concern. Censorship will come into play. That is when some of us will know we are not directors, we are not producers, we are not artists, because quality control will be put in place. So let us, inasmuch as we pray for all of these goodies, let us begin to work assiduously in improving on what we know best. Finally, this is for the sake of this. We cannot move forward as an industry regardless of whatever support we receive from government. I am re-emphasizing on this, and we all know why. We cannot move forward even if there is funding, even if there is a market, and with all other support. We cannot move forward if we are not united. The unity must not only stop here by us coming and representing our sectors. It has to be reflective when we go back home and continue with it. Yes. Then it means this unity that we all see now will be sustained. Permit me to use an example. The Film Council, the film sector was the most divided at some point. Big Brother Jimmy here saw the need for the film sector to come together. Do you know what he did? There were two conflicting entities, the Sierra Leone Film Council and Film Federation. Big Brother Jimmy sacrificed the Film Federation for the existence of the Film Council, and now we have a single industry. So it wasn't about ego, about who won. The industry won. I use that as a single example because we want to see that in the music sector. We can have our individual differences, fine. But guess what? This is an opportunity. In as much as everyone can exist single-handedly in their own operatives. We have to form umbrellas under the industry so that there will be control and command. Until and unless we do that, we're doomed. And finally, respect is one of the biggest aspects that is lacking in the industry.
Michael, President of the Film Council, begin a proper remarks will be really nice. It really concentrates for talk about the sense of unity where we lack in this industry. He said with all the support, if even government help we now, if we not get sense of unity, we not go able to make up for achieve this we wonderful dream for put we industry together. Michael talk about the unity and even give example into the young film council. And he really show respect to big brother Jimmy B for way he make them all come together for let them stay under one umbrella when at the film council. He said he wish now so the musician them back for come together. He also talk about respect. He said we for learn for respect we say now this be wonderful industry. He says some man as he don't make 1-2 hits, he feel say in kind of day and you know they listen to anybody anymore. He said they tell thank you to the minister for in time way he take and he left all things for can January for see how the entertainment industry for go before. Next, we will go to the keynote address where the Minister of Tourism and Culture begin. It talk about so many things. You go take your time and listen the wonderful speech where he gave.
Today we are talking about job creation. We are talking about developing talent. We are talking about how do we project our tourism industry. You are the people. You are the ambassadors of tourism. You portray the country. So we are very much keen, and as before I go to my speech itself, to say that at the end of this meeting, we will want to see at least one, the outcome of this meeting in terms of action points. What do you think we can do? What things do you think government can support you in doing? So that we sit together and work out some kind of action plan for progress. And then the second point is that we would love to see at the end of this meeting, if it's a 10-man group that will be agreed on this, that is reflective of across the country, which the ministry can use as a platform to plan and engage with you. We very welcome that. So that at least maybe as a first step, we'll try to go and present the outcome of this meeting to His Excellency and to say, the entertainment industry is ready to go. These are the things which we want government to support us in doing. I think for me that is a clear path in terms of what we want to do. It is with delight that I stand here this morning to be part of an epoch-making event for the very first time in the history of members of this industry and our beloved nation as a whole. I am excited because I believe that this should be the beginning of us coming together annually to brainstorm and discuss pertinent issues for the growth of the industry and the role that it should play to promote tourism. This is the opportune time for us to look at this particular aspect. But then we have all spoken about the whole question of the inter and intra conflict that has plagued this organization for a very long time. So my point about making peace the center of engagement cannot be overemphasized. And of course, you know, I used to be the head of Peace and Conflict Studies at Public College. So peace should be at the heart of the creative industry. Because what you do is you deliver peace. You entertain people in terms of entertainment, but you teach peace, you teach non-violence, you teach job, you teach trades, you teach moral lesson. So you're actual teachers through entertainment. So peace should actually be nurtured and to ensure that we stay together as this group. Now, it is the business of this industry to help in the transformation of violent youth groups and gangs. Of course, that point has been made with regards to the role of transforming violence, because we know that over 90% of people in this particular sector are young people. As members of the entertainment industry, you are not only icons to your fans, but ambassadors at large, who should help in preaching and teaching peace messages for us to build a violent-free Sierra Leone. We should be cognizant of the fact that violence is an obstacle for the promotion of your careers on the one hand, and development of the country on the other hand. So I've spoken about your role as peace educators, your role as civic educators, your role as development promoters. Mr. Chairman, distinguished guests, the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs is charged with a significant and enormous responsibility of contributing to the transformation of Sierra Leone to a middle-income country. And by doing this, we implement policies, we implement programs that can promote sustainable tourism, and then also enhance socio-cultural values and build national cohesion in reducing poverty. So that's our role. So therefore, organizations like this, activities like this, are very critical in promoting our aims in tourism. Now, we are very much keen in changing and promoting the image of Sierra Leone. But with your permission, with your contribution, we can accelerate that very quickly. Already you have huge amount of resources out of here in terms of your products. And for tourism to thrive, it's product related. Your music, your messages, your frames. These are the products. When people want to talk about country, these are the things that they may want to see as products of evidence of what you can deliver. And therefore, as a ministry and government, we are ready to support you. We are ready to cooperate with you. We are ready to work with you. We are ready to change the entertainment industry. We are ready to change your story. I mean, this is not about the whole question of wanting to look at the past. It's about what is in front of us. And yesterday I said to someone, a group of people, that we need to develop a very strong position paper on policy, which can be incorporated in our next development strategy, which is the poverty reduction strategy paper 4, where we can go to government, to the Ministry of Development, and say, this area needs to be factored into government budget. That is the road I want to take. And I've started the discussions with my colleagues. They are all highly supportive, because we know this industry can deliver some of the expectations, especially when it comes to youth development, and then also job creation. Now, as a responsible government, we also remember that His Excellency prioritized tourism and culture in the manifesto of the New Direction. In fact, when we went to Parliament, we are charged in looking at tourism in order that we can improve the policy and legal framework. And in this direction, I want to announce that the ministry will be putting together a national policy which will be developed into an act for the entertainment industry. We will do that, but you people will have to work together in another consultative process, which will be like what we are having today, as to really what we want to see in that act. Because as it is now, you actually do not have the regulatory framework that will give you the kind of space that you desire. So we need to work on that very, very quickly. Now, there are other responsibilities with regards to His Excellency's message. But the key amongst which I think is extremely relevant is developing your skills in diversifying tourism products And then also in promoting marketing. Marketing is very key to this industry. How do we do that? How do we promote marketing? Because you can do all of this. If you can't protect your product through the copyright, we can't create the market that can give you return for your labor. I think we'll be wasting our time. So we have to look into some of these issues. And the question of skills capacity. We will look into skills capacity building and to work with you people. And I like the point made that you should not be in a hurry to celebrate because you have one music a lot of people like. You need to develop and cascade it over time. So skills and capacity building will be critical. And in doing all of this, I'm also happy to announce that we started developing the National Heritage Bill. Because when we assumed office, when I was appointed, one of the things that I identified was that we did not have a structure within the Ministry of Tourism and Culture that can address entertainment. And for me, that was very serious. So now I would like to say that through the National Heritage Bill, we'll be establishing a commission, a three-pronged commission: entertainment, culture, and the art. Now, there are many things which the commission will do, but I'll just speak on one that has to do with your work. The commission shall provide support to regulate matters related to films, music, and general culture and arts industry in consonance with the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and other subvented agencies. The commission shall support the process of registration of organizations dealing with entertainment, culture, and arts. And then also, we mobilize resources, we'll work with you together to develop and ensure that we are able to put together very strong programs. And I'd also like to say that in addition to the fact that there are proposed plans for the construction of a national theatre or an arts gallery, we are also now deliberating in terms of how do we develop a much bigger structure. For instance, like the one in Ghana, we are also deliberating that we need to do projects that can have lasting impact on this industry. So these are all discussions that are ongoing now in terms of what we are seeing with regards to this industry in addition to arts and culture. Now, there are issues that has to relate to censorship, of course the copyright, the development of the regulations, which I know is going to form part of this. But I also want to say that it will be good for us to fast track all of this and to make sure that the ministry is fully on board with all what is going to happen amongst you in these areas so that we can collectively fast track this process forward. Okay, discussions around how do we do this within ourselves at the interministerial level is going on. And really pushing the rest of government to let us have some answers to this.
Wonderful speech where I know say Yusuf Kulek. He talk about so many things and back emphasize on we unity. He say with all the energy where he want put, if we not come together as one, we not go ever succeed by this mission. He talk about so many things about with development. He say after this we Unity Consultative Conference, if only you go get people and where you go work with when I stay in committee, it be 10, it be 12, for let we come together and discuss the way forward. We'll go meet government for take with this with entertainment industry to another level. We next speaker na Charlie Afna, when I'm the chairman of the Copyright Committee. He said for Rob more small about how this copyright affect them. His story is so funny. He talk about a party where they call him Fole. He recording songs and send them to them. We're not even aware about copyright. He sell them and come back to us and tell them thank you. This be so interesting. But now we listen to the chairman of the Copyright Committee, winner, Charlie Hafner.
Coming to do just now as education. You know why? Because that is what is lacking in this country. Even taxi drivers need education. Doctors need more education. We all, as we are here gathered today, we need education. Simple rice cooking at home. Our sisters, our females at home, they need education. That's why I'm glad that we are about to start what we are here for, which is the Copyright Act. Let me tell you a story about why this is going to be very, very important. Listen. A couple of years ago, I visited a friend, a schoolmate of mine. He was a manager of one of the big hotels in Aberdeen, in Tumani Hotel. I visited him. He came out of his office and said to me, Mr. Hafner, who's tell you they pull other a cappella album? I was glad. I said, very soon, just wait. And he said, good. He said, because that first one where you pull, you do well for me. I said, how? He said, I just buy one copy. I send them to my brother in America. My brother, the dub, it sell for me. I fasten. I said, what? He said, yes. He said, shoes, not a problem for me. He said, these shoes are wearing. Now your music. Chain. He said, perfume. I get now was plenty. He said, if you can't visit me, I'll give you some perfume, or 2 t-shirts for you. He said, because you really do well for me. He said, because your album is sell in America. You go that they make the money and you're able to talk. And then further, he said, when you pull the next album, I sent them to my brother, and I want. He said, I don't tell her what I want this time. I said, waiting. He said, Motuka. He said, so me Motuka now you want a day. If you pull that album, then you send to my brother, I shall say I get Motuka, and able to talk. I said, I pull up, I go tell you. I go home, I tell Freetown players, then pounce on me. They say, Father, you form finally. He said, what you do? I said, nothing. He said, you don't slap her. I said, no. He said, if I be done, I don't kick her. I said, I don't do nothing. He said, why? I said, I forgive her. He said, forgive? I said, yes. Forgive them. They know not what they do. That man did not know how wrong they do. As far as he's concerned, in friend, in classmates in school, don't try, they don't excel in field, they don't make music, and woman the benefit from them. So as far as he's concerned, the best thing that in body don't do for them, or make music or whatever they make, in the benefit from them. Sad. You don't understand. Because I sure say, I'm a friend, I'm everything. If you be no saying wrong, they do, it's nothing for tell me. Few weeks or so later, I go Ivory Coast, the dance conference, and was this female, this lady, artist, with the look film on net. Now we see Alpha Blondie in music. They don't make her like Bob Marley in war. You know, Ufa Woni speech now use. Now I say, Bo, I say, you know, go drop this music for me like I go block na salon. You think the human say, Charlie, in Ivory Coast, we don't dub. After work tomorrow, I get you one. I go sleep quick with shape. But the whole thing, now we don't count also today about this item at the agenda, the copyright. The whole thing is when I put 2 and 2 together, Sierra Leone don't know nothing about copyright. They don't know say it exists. They don't know what it contains. They don't know nothing. Whereas Ivorians then know. Now make it work in Ivory Coast. I make the musicians and the entertainers and all the intellectuals we get sick by this thing. I make them all the benefit because they understand them. So education is important. The person they can talk to we just now, an expert, Jasmine Yusuf Sharif. Please stand up, please. You're not talking about people you can today. Please. Now look this woman. Now the original copyright defenders in there. We don't know them. There's a lot we don't know. So good. By the time we get a presentation done today, we're going to know poco thing, not only about the issue itself, but about people in practice of the issue. So this man, as I say, come on grammar school, Ghana Edwards, we're now a lawyer, big lawyer, and expert in this copyright thing. Not anyone who they a law expert. So today we can talk to him about this thing. I want to listen very, very well. What the whole copyright mean? are the players there, the issues, the don'ts and the do's, and the etc. and the etc. Chairman, my table. Yes, I am pleased to introduce Chukwu Emeka Esquire. Thank you.
Next, we jump to a wonderful presenter, when a lawyer, Chukwu Emeka Taylor ESQ. This lawyer is so wonderful. This lawyer really helped me for understand waiting a copyright, waiting with the laws, and waiting our value in this industry. This session be so take your time and listen up. You will really learn what you the loss as creative person now this we wonderful industry.
Let me first of all thank the Sierra Leone entertainment industry for the invitation extended to me to attend what has been described as its first national consultative conference. As a guest of honor, I have been asked to give a brief overview of the Copyright Act 2011. Let me state also at the outset that the notice or the invitation to this event has been extremely short. So accordingly, I will limit myself for this overview only to area of copyright administration, since in my view, there is an almost direct correlation between the administration or lack of it and the stunted growth in Sierra Leone's entertainment industry. I've also been asked that I should, where possible, trying to intersperse my speech in the local vernacular so as to give perhaps an illustration of what copyright is all about. I've been believed say una all I know waiting copyright be. So I don't been things I can talk about waiting a copyright again, but for actually limit on attention to the area of the Copyright Act when they apply and when they cause a problem. Let's start off by telling us for the first thing, say the Copyright Act is not an act. Okay? It's not an act for the entertainment industry alone. So let no one tell you it's your act. You are what they call beneficiaries of that act. Understand for lose more than perhaps any other group of person if the act not be properly implemented. Why I say that? Copyright simply means I know I'm giving to in this little way because it's more than just copying. Okay? Copyright to protect what we call intellectual property rights. Okay? They protect this right where you produce something, you're an author of something, and somebody else want to take advantage or exploit them and deprive you of the financial benefit you forget, and also for making people associate yourself with them working with. So with the call the economic right, or also the column the moral right. Now you go and ask what are their rights where they produce, what do they protect, and why I say not on an act, because this act they protect artists as well, literary works. So they architect them where they do plans, me where they write letters, people where they do memos and government memos where they see all around. All of these works protected by copyright. So if somebody take you plan, where architect don't draw, you go reproduce them, can come under the protection of the Copyright Act. Are we concerned on that because the act also protect musicians, musical works. That one day they write music, you don't write your music, so you're not going to take the music, you go begin to reproduce them all over the place. Okay? If you don't make your sound recording, you don't put your nice instrument there, you don't put all the lyrics and the words together and everything, you not go hear the place on side, you not go ask the person, say why? Because this is like your money, like your property, and like your good name. So I will talk to Mr. Jimmy B today, and they ask and say, which one part the local artists then do that Zangaule song? Namina mina, waka waka, I don't know which one part the local artists then do them. But I think say Shakira, they do Shakira and make an adaptation of them. Okay, not for World Cup you use them. I want to ask whether the artists there get millions for them. Because this is not in creative effort which somebody else exploit. Well, sorry? Oh, I talk about fine. Well, we get to a local song back. This Jesus is, I think this song will say, when Jesus say yes, no one can say no. I'm not going to voice so the shame people if you try to sing them in the present audience. But they get one song where they say, if Jesus says yes, no one can say no. I think so. Only indigenous to be. But Beyonce in team members, she said the singer. The point why you try for raise is the person creating songs, they could benefit from them. You can't make adaptation, you can't get a derivative work from them without not asking permission. So when you do, when you write, when you forget, when you create music, that's not your own concern. And why we will say somebody don't violate your copyright. If you produce music, this includes the person, the producer, and the person, the singer. It depends on the arrangement. Which kind of thing if for do or waiting if for able to protect against? Plenty. Nobody not for able for copy the cassette them or the disc where it don't produce that to not ask them permission. If a man singer in English, nobody not for able to translate them in Mandate, Mini Creole without not asking permission. Okay, that right thing, you no more get for do them. If you don't make them, you don't sing them, then get a right for do translation of them. Okay, for communicating to the public, nobody not for communicating without not asking permission. So, for example, wait you know, every day they see the radio station them, whether go offend that payanda. But the radio station they play music all the time, local artists. Also, the Jimmy Bean song, large LAJ, most of them are not even sabid against it. But all the music and they play on the radio. That radio day, that station day, they make profit, they make money. Because people are tuning for your reading music into the station day. Not so? So now profit they make. Anytime play your song, it will pay you. Now the law and they and a copyright. If I for don't die now today now that they clap for me, but nobody not go able to announce me obituary because the radio station they will block the announcement. But not true. Okay, to be very honest with you now, say anytime they play your music station, they will pay you. Then they call the communication of your artistic work. Okay, distribution as well. Then they are things all for no. Okay, you get it. Decide to for distribution for you for rent and back for public hearing. They get them music they play for them. Okay, they put them, they blast them. Okay, they lend you music, they put all the place over the area. All of these protected by copyright. 1999 or so, me not the expert, do alarm make and clear. I go say again now the expert. It's just because I get an interest in copyright. And I do my dissertation at Quebec College in 1999 on copyright. I mean, I'm the first person to do dissertation. And every year, year after year, all the musicians, when they make conference, they call me. So by usage, it seems like say, this is not me. All right? But every year, I don't tell Dr. Spence, I don't tell, no, it's on a plane. And they can, because every year in, year out, and they can't tell the same thing. Year in, year out, when they make it. When they come to for motivate or for pressure the politicians and for do when they do them, when they sing them, or promote them. When they promote their own business, when they remain very poor. When I always show them how they sing, when I get talent, when me not get. I don't tell you now, I don't sabi sing. You put me, I'm not going to sing for save me life. If me they make small money, small time, and me living for what I sabi do when I talk. Why you make money or you sing? So if I make more money past me, because people don't want you pass out hear me. Now no more hear me. I'm gonna do it. So it means say you forget money past me. Clearly. So if you not get money past me, you do something wrong. Or some rules or something they will not protect you. And I think that area they will for address. I don't tell on how to on the right. You don't understand on the right, you can't pay me that for tell on the back. But for reproduce on a tape, on a music, on a normal get right there. Una and on a producer there and the company where they want to sing for. For translate on a work or for adapt them, for change them, put this one here, put this one here, change them from Mandate to Temini to Creole to Limba to Loco, the music, now you know what get right. For sell them, broadcast them, play on radio, play on TV, they will ask you first. Okay? Not for do and pass they ask you. So this is what the copyright is about. And as I tell you, that acting not for musician no more. That acting for who of we say, you take me letter, what I write, or you pay me. You can't go. You go to a lawyer, a right at the sue. Clearly, supposed to do that. When you not getting permission, okay? When you are economically exploit, you want to make money per arm. They can hold you for arm. You get exception. I can take your music set, I copy them, Mr. Afna with the greatest respect. I can copy them for my own purpose only. I can use them for teach. I want to show person for teach or not, that the photocopy them or reproduce them. You get exception, the way copyright not the attract. But anything we get for do large scale reproduction for economic exploitation, okay, you write kind. Somebody take your music, they go and tell person, I'm missing them. That's an exploitation of your moral rights, okay, for associate your name with your creative endeavor. You can sue them for that. So now I guess you all know what they talk about copyright, no so? I'm not going to bring it tell about how long copyright will last, because that's not I could know by now. It will last for about 50 years, I think, in duration. After 50 years, it will fall into the public domain, pass you don't get all that, blah, 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 don't say that to there for. So the most important thing for know which kind of rights you can get, which remedies you can get, when I know that, you can sue. I don't tell you. The act also, Copyright Act also say, a criminal offense. Okay? If somebody do something, a criminal offense, you can go court, I think say the minimum penalty, I think about 60 million. So really, una for guard, una copyright, una music, like una property. That's una sabi, that's una the work. But not to that I really care for. I don't tell them, I say year and out, I tell them the same thing and over again. Now, the last time we there in one of their consultative conference, I remember K2, Yela, I think that be somebody in the tourism. A lawyer himself, tourism industry. And they bring this act come. All the years they are not talking on TV, they do all the conference there with the car we address now. Then they bring international experts come for make law for now. They only clap. Nobody no go say, no, we ask Mr. Taylor if it is correct. Now they go there and make meeting, they go then pass act for now, now go back to previous book, bring the sing the pet to myself. I can feel I'm small while it's sooner they kill myself rather than they make money. Other people they make money they go before. 20 years, Mr. Hafner don't do in drama. In 20 years, from since they teach me, till now I don't go school, I don't learn with me able learn. Una can make money overnight. Fast one. Quick one. Una for able to in a position for the car hire we. So I feel that when I say all the people who are potential clients, they say they're not getting normal to millionaire yet. Because on their own basis why they good advice. If I don't tell millionaire, me say. So una for owe me an apology when I don't make a 2 millionaire yet. So me better one depend on their own better one. Yeah? Not one way they can't go on promises when not fulfill. Now this act say, the new act, what una be done for, it say una a registrar of what they call it, of intellectual property. Now, you want nothing register of intellectual property they do? Or no? What they say if or do? Since they passed the act in 2011, they not constitute the office date. So they not get no registrar of political or intellectual property since 2011. That's now 7 years, no so? Now, long as 7 years don't happen. Now this people can talk about. Now, what is supposed to do? That registrar of political affairs for monitor and supervise Sierra Leone's position in relation to international convention and advise government accordingly. Okay, now you get Boku international convention that they pass to protect artists there. You get Boku international convention where year in year out, then they pass for improved copyright protection. So you and then how you produce your music, for example, and then they play at Belgium, okay, with international cooperation. They can able to catch up person there for you, not so, and get remedy for them if you're able to go meet them. But we need to forget the register of intellectual property when a job will be for the able liaise with international parties on your behalf. And for in areas where we can strengthen real laws or make it be in line with the international treaties. It will also administer copyright of which the state is owner. Not to we no more get copywriters as say. So that person they will occupy that office, but also they're in the position for administer government and copyright. So when they give you the grumble, they see the memo, state memo, they're all over the place, they write and they become. All this they happen because you not get true to form somebody where they protect government in your own copyright. Any letter or any author or any work where they produce in the name of the president or way now for in the name of the state for the people of Sierra Leone, covered by copyright.
We next chairman na Emil Savage, who we know as Kingfisher, whether the Secretary General of the Sierra Leone Music Union. And Kingfisher wrote much about a lot of things. It's a lot of we say we care for land and we care for talk about two things. We don't talk about the copyright. And in the chairman where they can introduce Dr. Julius Spencer, where they can talk about collecting society.
Glad for there so today, and I don't really enjoy myself. But again, I don't see say plenty gap then still there. But the whole entertainment thing we need for block. We get for plug then gaps then there. Today I think we're there for two key things then. One about the Copyright Act and the other one about the collecting society. But who speaker don't talk about different things then we not link actually to them two things then there. We I believe say we get for create more forum than like then kind there so when I tell we for discuss them one then day. Plenty day. Like how we talk about we for structure we say. Very important word, structure. We done in a whole different intervention from which we depend so today. That structure they all get for structure. But I just want to start by saying I get a party when we come up from Britain. Long time ago, he can't alone. I'm not being get better sense it. He said, Fisher, also I will go buy salon music. I say, for buy salon music. Yeah, for just copy, then give you. He said, I don't want. I want for buy album. What in that they tell we say, the way how them people that they think is different. They get the orientation about the whole thing about copyright. Again, foreign journalists then they can salon. Then they can interview people them. Then they give you one form. And say sign this, say agree for make go use this you voice or you picture oversee. Then guys even make them they do amo. Not so. Now when they talk about DJ then they play music in the radio. For me, I don't make beaucoup music. We go over 50 radio stations then at salon. How me go able for monitor all the radio then they for no one they play me music. Body, get for day. When I do that work day. We don't produce beaucoup album them. You get example of one, Bobo Bele. If I go na Garizin Street today, I say I want Bobo Bele album. Then still the seller. But they get nothing from them. MRC, they get nothing from them. Who that for money to then sales then for we? Na question the whole for us yourself. We don't waste beaucoup time. So I'm not going to talk beaucoup. I go hand over the mic to somebody who will know. He don't be minister in a salon. He don't wear soldier clothes. He don't wear rebel one a salon for we. He don't work with Ecomog. The drama field, not for talk. The music field, he don't manage artists them. All two they do, he hand on the inside it. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Dr. Julius Spencer. We go take you through waiting the collecting society they do. And let we bear in mind, please, say now then two things and they will discuss now today. The copyright and the collecting society. Thank you.
The next presentation is a wonderful one from Dr. Julius Spencer. This is something we to other people learn in new. But I think say this thing be done in this act from 2011 are just ignorance. Pay attention, this is wonderful for we, the young one them, we a creative one them, it really necessary for we. So take your time and listen. Dr. Julius Spencer, we can educate we within a collecting society.
Inside the program, I've been talking about the collection society where the Copyright Act of 2011 creates. Collection society an institution for be made up of all performing artists, all creative artists. Anybody who they create anything fit for be member of the collection society. Now that organization, they main responsibility now for collect royalties on behalf of artists. You go negotiate with people that would use the artists then work and fix fees, where them for pay for use the work, and you go collect the fees from the various people them and pay to the artists then. You go get a board of directors. The board go made up of president and vice president, where the artists then go elect. Now waiting and call the General Assembly. Then go elect them for 2 years, then fit for contest back for another 2 years. Then you get representatives of different creative artists them, but also for them at the board, like the musicians union, performing artists union, etc., etc. Now then you also get the executive body, when I then go they manage the day-to-day affairs of the collection society. Then they go get an executive secretary, and then go get staff when they hire them and then go they pay them for do the work. Now apart from the collecting society, we also get the registrar of copyright, when he get the responsibility for see that people and all violate people and rights. Now he go probably get a seal where go give to anybody who produce work, we go put on the way where police they check self, then go see say this one na real one or this one pirated copy. Now the collection society also go negotiate with like nightclubs, radio stations, bars, restaurants, any side where then they use music, where music na part of them business. Then go negotiate with them fees where them go pay, where you go shape to the artists then way then they use them music. So basically na that na the work where the collection society get for do, and it's important that we establish that collection society day, bring her into existence, so that artists then will begin really benefit from the work where then they do. Then go for make a living out of the work where then they do. Right now, radio station and they play music, artists not they get nothing. Nightclub then they play music, artists not they get nothing. In fact, nightclub then business na music. Now they make nightclub sweet. Without music, nightclub no exist. But the one they produce the music, they know they get nothing for now. So we want for all that they change, so that the one they produce, they able to get money for waiting and they do, so that they go continue for produce, all man go continue for enjoy the music. Now the collection society and the Copyright Act deal with all kinds of creative work, whether na film, whether na music, whether na theater, whether na dance, whether na painting, sculpture, anyone, video game, all anything, and as long as na creative work somebody create them, then you're entitled to copyright. So the collection society go to work on behalf of all them creative artists, then the filmmakers, then self collection society go to work for them. Theater artists, musicians, dancers, anybody, as long as you produce, you create work, then you're entitled for being a member of the collection society, and the collection society go work for you.
Chukwuemeka Taylor and Dr. Spencer don't educate we about the intellectual property rights and this collecting society within inside this Copyright Act. I think we will go now to questions. As we all know, we invite different sectors. We kind of this consultative conference for get a full representative of the whole industry. So they can listen different sectors from film people, musicians, DJs, every sector. They can ask any wonderful question. Follow we learn from them, and let we create the way forward. Follow we make this a wonderful industry. So let we listen different questions and the understanding with a lot of man get from this wonderful consultative conference.
Alansina Sheriff Steady Bongo from the Ruba Mojavi Chief Don Kailami Street. Why they go to Chia College number 14? Beonia. 3 years back, it's more than that. Ali Conte did a song for me titled Time and Music they don't play on VOA 3-4 years. Only the instrumentation side. You understand? So the last time a lady came here from VOA, I asked them, say, what's in the deal? But you know, tell me anything we will make man glad. You understand? Then they play. From that time when I ask the question, they don't stop for playing. If I be no safe, I not go ask them. If I no save money, go come later. Then to the DJs. If you go, you don't volunteer, say, hey, Mr. DJ, will hold this my song, promote me. I remember the time we began singing in 1991. The DJs, they run to we. Now then they run after we. Say, Duya, I need your song. But you don't turn around now say, now we they run after them. So if you give your music to DJ, say, promote me. Now you go again and say, promote me, but they play, why no more? Let them know about me. You get popularity for that. Then DJ get right again for remix my song unknown to me. It happened to me. 2 months back, I go perform some side. The song title, Did They Make? Almost the DJs and get up. They don't call me and I say, now steady boom. I say, yeah, I don't jump. I say, Mr. DJ, are you ready? He say, now the remix one, I get to. Me know how you remix, huh? So I don't even do the song. I just do the acapella accommodate. So now some of them they want to thank you very much.
Okay, good. Hello. Okay.
Abdullah Jallo, aka the Fixer. We brought him don't tell we concerning the copyright. But I find out say in all waiting we don't start from when we start this conference. We don't get anything good or anything we directly go to the benefit of DJs. Whether on radio, whether on TV, whether on nightclubs. Now, would I ever say, if this copyright may don't be in place, like by now DJs are not even get the rights or play even Ellen Keystine song without in consent. If you do another radio day, the radio will get forbidden. But when you look at the copyright, you find out say it's all about music, movie, and other things, then there is nothing about promoters, which are the DJs or whatsoever promoters we call ourselves. We don't know if by this copyright there is anything where identify the role of the promoters or DJs, whether on TV or radio, because even the TV presenters themselves, if they play the videos in their program, then go hold them. So not all of the DJ will go in a nightclub or radio. So my question here is, at the end of it all, if there is nothing in this copyright, we also go guide the DJ or the promoters them. How we go get for look like at the end of the day, with this go to implement. If say the musicians them or the movie makers them or the managers them will get a very big role for let themselves play, where at the end of the day, DJs them or promoters they will benefit before playing the artists in video or in song. So my first observation on the copyright, there is nothing we guide the promoters or DJ. It's all about disadvantage to the DJs or the promoters their own side. So not at the end of the day, if this implements how salon music will get for playing and then radios them or then videos that they get for video if put for those who are promoted. Thank you.
I think the solo taken by line.
My name is Seydou Jallo, musician in diaspora around the world. They know me around for play with famous musicians around the world. Now we they carry Sierra Leone face to the rest of the world. I want to go back to waiting Mr. Lawyer Taylor been a tell me. I don't want to beat around the bush anymore. The big one, do ya? Let me go to the roots of the problem. We get an act, we don't define. The act don't define waiting we for do. They don't explain tell we clearly who side we did. If we still talk about we own personal rights, then you know they go nowhere. He talk about one way very, very important. He said we need an office of administration. He said we need a register. He said we need the one that would affect over and for we right, would affect Naya, would affect for the DJ them, affect for the musician, affect for the storytelling them, the affect for the theater people them, the affect for the one that would they draw the painters, the one that would they do construction and so on, writers and so on. So do ya now the question Naya, Saisa, Mr. Spencer, do ya and the big one. Like that wanna manage for we all can and we all come together with a type of firm solution to the problem and roots. It's not possible. Like the same way we don't left all government people one side now. Then we take with power. We say, let we join ourselves together. Let we put things in place. It's not possible. Let we tell Mr. Spencer, we put them up, like we register. And we create one office, we go fight for all India once and for all. When I then at the acting will not get up. So that we can treat all their other sickness. You know what I mean? Well, not the only way that for me to treat all the other sickness. That's all. This room.
Mina Easy Director, Carlion Radio. First of all, I have to tell the organizers them of this gathering, thank you, because they make it possible for the there and we chat the way forward. I believe say the DJ not a fault in that. It gets you involved by breaching the Copyright Act, because the Google self got a responsibility for getting your own DJ. You know, if you get your own DJ where you travel with, and as a professional artist. So when you go inside that you DJ you deal with. That other DJ they come out, your DJ go sit down. You know, so that will never happen. For the DJs, the respect. The Copyright Act, I believe, say if the DJ read them carefully, you go see stuff inside it. You know, you go see stuff inside it because as a DJ, not only limited to just play music at the radio station or the clubs and party and whatever. I believe say you get also right for liaise with the artist. And tell the artist say, or the management of that artist they say, I need a song, I want to sign this song of Steady Bongo, sign that song of GBB, sign that song of Easy Eye, sign that song of CPO, sign that song of CJ Mac, now my own compilation I want for make. Then at the end of the day, how you compilation day, you get your artistic work. You get everything about it and the song you really inside it. You don't tie with that other management then day. At the end of the day, anybody will go reproduce that you work there. They don't challenge you, they do you bad. You understand? So at the end of the day, you for the inside a picture and make the effort for see yourself and they go happen by the grace of God. Now, I have to say, one other thing where I'm concerned about, this gathering good, this conference will be good for address the issue of copyright and intellectual property rights. But also, let me look at, I only hope that this conference will also address other issues there because we for the who side we do today. That is disintegration. Let this conference address the issue of integration. Let all them body them, they can't DJ they feel left out so. And they make me brother, don't feel left out, don't give up, make the right moves and it will happen. Let this conference address the issue of integration, please.
Delia, woman now, yeah?
Yeah, Mr. Chukwemeka, you make mention say the act we need for revisitor. Waiting on your question, how they revisit them? They take them back to Parliament for revisit the act before that the first thing that they are still saying before do before ever with a fair registrar. Am I right? So how we for revisit the act they please I really want to make we know if the Parliament will take them back or revisit the act more no waiting now the criteria. Whether not this body, they FENAM, they appoint the person or not a presidential appointment with it gets. So we need for another one. Thank you.
Everyone. My name is Millicent Macaulay from MK Film Production. Actually, I'm going to light on now, Mr. Emeka, you make we learn a lot of things earlier on, what you just talked. But initially, some of us have been ignorant of some certain things. For me, I don't believe say it will happen again to them. Now, some marketers, they don't take on themselves for the dub international movies. They know say the one they produce the film, they know they are. So that there's also scatter in the market. At the end of the day, Sierra Leoneans, fond of the films and they. In as much as some bad films and then at the market would have bombed the industry, but some good films and still there. But because of so many pirated movies, some of us they suffer. Just like I say, if we not get used, everyone will get. What in the copyright law would do for stop the market with the pirate films in there? Because, for instance, if we don't produce me job now, we get one or two, we don't buy it in the film. Mr. America, you say. So I just want what's in the copyright law go do about that. Thank you.
Master Beatus text. I think we don't get a holistic view on actually waiting with campaign on this conference. Listening to the last speaker, we get plenty for do before we actually feel so for begin benefit out of which we want or which we intend for benefit. The area of playing the music, because the most of we can here, now two areas that we really focus on, and we want to make hypocrite to that. There are most filmmakers and musicians, then you also get DJs. And for the music or the entertainment industry in Sierra Leone, it has been these two sectors. That is the film and the music. So in as much as now we all don't concentrate, we also don't almost forget say we need people then, like the professionals, talking about the lawyers, the other people that really can afford tell you exactly which we for do in order for them we benefit from what we do. That is where we don't get a vacuum. We are thinking that in the theory now saying that for do. Now, like the lawyer they say some of the DJs then they feel jittery. I think for we are later affairs day, me na a DJ, right? Radio DJ. If I read Big Brother Steady, it talks say there was a time where there as musicians, now we been go meet them. That was exactly what we used to do. We go to studios, they put music them, then give it, then they even put if you ask Saisa, the first person we begin in Sierra Leone was Saisa for say, this music, now for radio promotion, if they catch you the barita, then go Olio. That was the very first time they did for Daddy Sarge. He said, this one is for Radio Citizen, Master Beatus text. So now so it be. But now the problem we have, even if we talk about collecting, is about we will get the property first. The musicians, the artists. You don't make a song, you don't go pay money for record them, then you put them on WhatsApp. Somebody else download them, you tell and say it is for promotion. Promotion don't mean say for getting free. Promotion get rules. We were the opener DJ, we are trained and qualified DJs on the radio. You only play a song where somebody give you for promotion. And not otherwise. First time they say, do not touch that recording button. Remember? Then tell you on a tape will be the use. Do not touch. In other words, not record them. They not give you for record, for reproduce. So for we, I think let we not feel say like where the artist they say you go make the DJ the give you say not for play the music. No, it's not true. The IMC when the Independent Media Commission say every media house will promote 90% of the local product. Meaning, any 10 songs where you play 9 for the salon music. If you play 1 foreign music, fine. When I say minimum 90%, you can play 100, like me they say 110%. Meaning I don't play any foreign music. You can do that. How you they benefit as DJ? And from the artist. When the artist gets, you get. Most times when they do shows with artists, we make money. Not about pay me before I go play the music. If you ask Steady Bongo, we go tell you don't want to pay me for play music. Why they play music? Why they make money also with Steady Bongo? Because he pays me in other ways, but not to play the music. We go do show na Kenema, we make money, he pay me. So actually, what we for do in this conference, waiting we been don't miss. We don't want to go back and begin blaming people. But what we for do now? Yeah? One important area where we don't ever mention, probably you know which date, which is the area of promoting shows. We have very, very lucrative area. People that will be don't invest them on it. Like the music makers, the rugged. They spend millions of dollars for make music. But it reach a point, they die out. What happen? Other people then come, they can't tap into that thing. When they know they make them for professional reason. For example, somebody said they sponsor you. The sponsorship narrating, they give you flyers, they give you music. Not doing business for music. He doesn't know about music. The music supposed to come from the music maker. Or it's supposed to come from rugged. When a professional in the do and for make money. But if somebody say they can't give free, whatever the outcomes happen, they don't care because they get nothing for lose. So these are the areas I think say we for concentrate and correct. Thank you very much.
We hereby me wait map na Yahweh na the president of Compact Disc Sellers Association, President Jibo, a former president of CSA, where beyond back, we too believe to say beyond most of musicians in Naya, when they be the benefit, where they pay the royalty of 60, 70, 80, 100 million euros. Of course, we have to testify, not so. What will be the pay? True royalty. Doing anything and the copyright not be there. It is but it not be show, it not be in existence. You understand? But nobody need to talk about marketing now. Even the royal system won't talk about marketing. Right? Then the question we have for us, sir, if the musician give me the rights, he bring an album can to me, we sign a contract. When we don't sign the contract, do I have the right to take one or two songs to give to a DJ for promotion, sir? That's my question. Then the second question, if somebody don't know a movie, they bring an account to me, I get my lawyer, we make the contract. If I get the right for take that movie, for care and go na television station for promotion, so that me will not sign that contract with that person will get in film, where they market, where we a marketer. Do I have that right to take it to television station for promotion? Is the second question. Before DJs, where did they go so? We the marketers there. Before we have a responsibility for make we give DJs the song where they play and they will pay them. We be the pay them. Because of waiting to market, serious market today, there is a money in the entertainment industry which is lacking today. So this is your few questions we I get for you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Bash and the common name. Mr. Lawyer, thank you so much for the presentation. And only can to this house say not to favor the government of the day, they do we. Fundamental principle of state policy, Article 12A and B say the government shall support culture, entertainment, and art. When you come on there, you go to the 2006 African Youth Charter, Article 22, it talks about leisure and pleasure. If you come out there, you go to the Independent Media Commission Code of Conduct Amendment of 2007, where the first one of the year 2000, they changed the Article 7 to Article 23. Say radio stations and TV, the IMC gets one for maintaining and get a good standard. Now, the question to you, Barrister, how you want to get the players here inside this copyright area? Let's say, favor the do but we said they contribute to the country in GDP. Check the National Revenue Act of 2008, and get what's in called entertainment tax. And we got the pay for a very long time. Where when I work on it and get this missing link right, not to favor on the do now we like and we for enjoy. Thank you so much.
As entertainment. Few things I want to talk about. I see like of late we send a lot of these concerns back to the lawyer, say lawyer, please go and say this, lawyer, go and do this. We have to take up responsibility. And let me stop for blaming others for we own failures. I think say one thing that we can do, one recommendation is make we all try to get the act. When they talk about amendments, reviews and all that, how we all go do that? Well, we don't even know what's inside the act. Pass somebody can sit up and tell me. And just an overview we do. Plenty more than inside what we don't know. So one question we want to ask is, how can we get access to this one, the act? So everybody go before reading. Another thing I want to talk about is we taking what we do seriously. And me as somebody where I like to come to 1 and 2 months, and as he say, we kind of vulnerable inside the entertainment industry, both in the film aspect and music. One, sexual exploitation. That is something where me as a woman feel say for stop now. Because a lot of Una guys can get the opportunity for help women and girls when they're into entertainment. But first thing you do is ask for sex. There's more to it. So please, let me take responsibility and move on and see how we can able to make them better, other than like crying out loud for things that are really unnecessary. Thank you.
What you know, the good. What you know that are ignorance on your own part. We don't get the privilege today or know about copyright. Just some don't know the actual depth of copyright. But as media today, I don't benefit a lot where the nation can benefit. Employment can come several ways because of this copyright. Now the entertainment sector is waiting them for do them for grab this lawyer, all and tight, call a summit where government, president, and all the cabinet heads them for day. Them they because waiting do now a big investment where income go come. May them get it now by section and they get them. Let them know the benefit where they behind this copyright because waiting do as an institution, tourism don't collaborate with entertainment industry. So much thing entails from the tourism where entertainment sector go benefit and we the nation non-employers them go benefit likewise. The other thing I want to say, the lawyer, you don't talk about copyright. How far you don't go with this copyright? What you don't do as an individual for promote this copyright? Because as you say now your dissertation, now you think that one day we do. What thing you don't do for let we the ignorance and maybe they be and no, but let we benefit. Now the media them, what you don't do towards that, so let people know about copy.
Hello, Pilot CPO, the president for the Sierra Leone DJs Union. And I think consultative, it come out from the word consult, and by creating consult mean. So most of we the DJs there are one for can ask question, one for know waiting will not be no. And I think say na a good thing for we. First of all, wow. Now everybody they talk about, we see the DJ Kali, then they do the music with artists them in America, DJ exclusive, they do music with their own artists them in Nigeria, and they get right to the music and get up. But yeah, Lord talk to the bad art, the artists, if you say Lord do music in anyone, what's it on big? So we feel the pride. You go there and say we call and say, dear Papa, I want mixing music in all they do one. So I think say if we want for go before, then get for make provisions where we as DJs have for benefit. Lord talk to me, I didn't have a radio, then they pay me. So na small money, but then go pay me. I must DJ the way they pay now. All the laws they know for put in place that every radio station for pay DJ well. Because now they bring all them problem here. Clubs there. Then they take DJ because you get passion, you know one sit down, and then this abidu, you can play in the morning, you give 10,000 transport. Una put all the things then they na this new law na one for pay, so this still refers for that every club for pay DJ well. So DJ not go run after artists for money. And then lastly, the artists themselves we all the glad in how they talk about DJs or they glad like we dey perfect, we not dey per war, we na brothers, we na family, we get for work together. And almost artists there we go get DJ say when me at the tour I dey pay you as DJ. go pay DJ, you want to go play for them free, but you want let them pay you for your music where they play. Are they at top? Artists will therefore work on this document, so we say not go feel left out and we say go be beneficiary of this.
We might not come together it but we don't begin agree. And Kingfisher won't have seen that today. And all day I'm coming. And all day because of Kingfisher. It's not representing Kingfisher here. It's representing Islam. And now we all agree saying that them for representing it. They love that for them. If we talk about respect, I think we on the musical section, we don't begin to show respect for us. We mean say there is hope for this industry. And then if we listen to what Kingfisher say, he make a statement. He say, we get forget one represent, 30, one represent, all man will represent now the steering committee. We mean say, the one them way they draw, will get one person, the one they act them, fine, film them, the one they write book, we way they sing, we way they play music, that are the DJ them, we all will get one person that committee there. Going forward, if you look at the bigger picture, because one of the problems we have in our switch, am I right with the say, when may not be always say government, because not a government no money help. Maybe a private, somebody from the private sector go help you. Then before you know it, it's the Eastern Artist Union go don't go meet, Artists for Peace don't go there, or Stars go there, Slam self go there. Nobody know will take me serious. It means say we are organizing the Film Council, Film Guild, Federation, Film Guild. They also go don't send the day. Of course, the DJs that we work. So it means that we are having one body. We're slowly approaching that time where we'll get one body with anybody, whether not the private sector or the government, will get for deal with. This is the upside of some of these things. A million miles journey. This is that first step. Now look at the brighter side. And I believe as entertainers, we don't get no business sabotaging anything entertainment. We will support everything entertainment because that's our job, that's our life. And now for the first time, after a very long time, we don't get a database. We all name this somewhere, somewhere. We get a database. Now, we want for which Pujon Artist Union then there, Bo Artist Union there, so many other artist union that we will not even know so they exist. Then call one for be a part of this program. Now we have a database. We want for go down, the article. We know who that for reach or represent who that. So when we want to go talk on behalf of the industry, we know that they will call when the message will filter down to the last man. That's an upside. When I clap for that. And then I tell you what, yeah, we not go sit down there. Me, Saisa, and every other person now, we not go sit down there for make a plan. We go kill one side or we go see one side of benefit. So I'm for the DJs and fair. A lot of memorandum of understanding will be created. If I'm a DJ, and me, I'm an artist, yeah? Let's talk as an artist. It don't mean say because of Collection Society, I'm not going to promote music again. I will still get for give DJ something. The only thing, let a DJ write some understanding, a taken. Say, this man give me this thing for play for free. And me as an artist, assign them. But the only thing, or the downside for we musicians, Lord make sure say you get a time frame. You cannot promote your music forever. Let's say 3 months. After 3 months, the thing not become hit. If them play and go there and say give me money now go. You understand? These are the kind of memorandum of understanding because we foresaw it for ourselves. We all for one for benefit, not to one person. You understand? So if you look at the brighter side of this thing, we will tell brother Saisa thank you because at some point we all don't try, we try small. But God use them, you understand? And this one step we don't see, some of who get vision, we can see million things that will benefit in this industry. I'll thank you. And at this juncture, before I introduce the person one, then I have 4, we can do the vote of thanks. Let me recognize my chairman, Artist of Peace, CJ Mark, and of course the President Artist Union, Foyo, Slam, of course Ali Ponte and all the big man and dinner. And you call on this. Female musician. Oh. Thank you very much. So I think I get the opportunity now for proudly introduce one of the gurus in the Sierra Leone industry. No matter what you say about this guy, you cannot take away his contribution in this industry. Put your hands together for Ulster's President Colabo.
Why the place quiet now? I know, not so you want, the one whole salon in the world, the one you're waiting Collabo will say. That's make I feel say I dey make an inroads in not only the industry but civilian My purpose now, I for come give the vote of thanks. We don't come off far. We don't bang ahead. We don't reach at this particular moment. And waiting our all, our mission and our objective, and finally our goal of a lot take and a lot actualize, waiting with the faithful, only this creative industry become fructified. I'll get this opportunity for tell the high table, the chairman, Mr. Michael, when I be a colleague of me way back who they push the same dream. Kingfisher, who all they call father, based on in contribution immensely in this entertainment industry. Pa Julius Spencer, and we call him father and a pa. In a pa, because not to today. And up till now, they deal with we. We get Pa Charlie Afna, and our other father at this industry here. So I want a little clap for the high table first. I dey give this vote of thanks, I dey smile. Wanna know why? I go tell you now. Before I tell you now, somebody they win are just a blessing. Because the Bible say, let you get a destiny helper or let you get a divine connection. So Isa not been somebody we now they all start this music industry. Never mind when they talk about the creative industry. But if I talk 10, I must talk like 8 music because I'm a musician. If they give Michael back the opportunity to talk more of movie. Now we're not chairman. If Saisa come back, sit down, me thought and fit say for bring we all come together through this fences and we able get these ideas, not to be one day, not to 2 days, but let some people participate safe and not be easy. But through God in power, because God just believe, we believe say God in time, we all long come. Artist business, a heart, creative mind for manage. Because the work hard pass His Excellency Mother being work. Why? Because Mother being able sack minister at any time how he wants. So I say able sack me per music. Because my music if I don't I take and cry and go to Japan. Japan the music boom. So I say no they say they not call me na Japan. If you mean a man of the moment they call me all over the world. So sometimes for be a leader in a creative industry, only through God in divine, you go able to talk to people and they listen. Not all by you sense it. So one of the things I want to admonish all now, first Lord tolerate yourself. We be plenty. Other musicians then come on, then go. They tell us salon music sweet. We respect them, we like them. We go always honor them. Then a legend. But who else sit on our song? Lord tolerate yourself. Because we there and see the music not go die. If today that begin with Sister Cordelia born one do music, and because each and every one at this room here, sit down say for continue this journey. One make a long go glad today, because if they go 32 players, then go na Italy, then go sign Tete, then sign this, then sign that. Because if they see the fruits where they don't put. So the same thing to we, waiting for Spencer, they waiting for Charlie Afna, the Saisa they don't see. Saisa they didn't come and see collab with President of all style. They glad it because me not a product of Saisa. So no clap for Saisa. Me, I'm not going to tell thank you without I don't start. Why I say Lord start? Or tell people then thank you. This whole copyright not to today starts. People then be the way they don't drive them. So and then people then force. You say we'll tell na thank you until we reach here. And I make us say Saisa na the blessing, I'll forget our all. We don't fight them. Me, they will not call me for can't join copyright. I don't be part of na me sweat. I don't come go do work na abroad. Na yadi. I can't join. Because the only thing we need, I for let we take this as a responsibility. We get plenty work for them. If you dey do a course, you dey go buy the textbook, why make we don't choose music? This copyright, not to today and pass. How much of we don't go now? The Sierra Leone bookshop will go buy and follow, go through. We don't even understand that. Not to me, me then the lock and so I explain all. Then the lock and so I know look no so I explain all. Because music means business. And you need to take as a business. If you want to let you participate and let you take as a business, you get for go through, then the law all be responsible. Law take this particular work here as a responsibility. Nothing all they do. Nothing the other part of 110 nah, the ministers the way they know they are. Why Agodi they know they are? Because yes, we talk a music or industry, the creative industry as a separate entity. But truly Latina in Africa, I go say even abroad because talk so Kanye West na independent put everything together for Donald Trump na the music sector. If you not get the political will, because if you even pass the copyright, get the police them. We not get right, not they inside the copyright say the artist or manager get right for arrest. Now the police or the tax force get right, and this tax force again for be empowered through government. So however we bend and so, we make and so, we need government way na the political will. Some of we don't start up long term. So take a will. Then today the minister come. That shows say we never make mistake before. But if we all come together, we agree. Because the problem with Saisa and this team here able solve now follow understand say it's all how much years we don't do, wait till profit, how much man don't buy Ferrari, how much man don't build us. Nothing.
We get wonderful and experienced people in this week consultative conference where nobody copyright act where they say for Rob months per this week conference.
Say to the creative community because it's more than just the entertainment industry. About for reinforce the point where Chukwemeka and everybody don't make, Julius don't make about the importance of intellectual property. And for me, we realized that it is much wider than just the question of the music or the films, the pirating of the films. And why it's really important, because now also now an industry really evolve and move very fast, that at the basis of the entertainment industry and all of this, if you can make money out of it, you can forget proper protection of the property as Chukwemeka Dondi say. So it's necessary if we not make for let take this as a priority and let work for the protection and the proper harnessing and use of the entire range of intellectual property. Not just the little bit about, the DJs and we get this problem or whatever. There's a whole wide issue. And when Sedi Bongo they talk about in America that they play in music and immediately he raised the issue, VOA don't stop for playing music. There's a whole issue there, the international protection. And I mentioned earlier, our traditional foods, the medicines, traditional medicine, there's so much knowledge, property, creativity, invention. And when you think about the modern world now, the internet and the access that people have to it, you really need to take it seriously. And not they get the feeling, say, the politicians, even they scratch the surface of understanding. When we talk about tourism and all those sorts of things, the human aspect of it, it's not just the beaches. It's about all the things you do with these, with the natural resources, the value addition. So I really want for suggestion and say that if you want to do this, una get for take them very seriously. It's not something that happens overnight. If I look at the kind of work that the woman, if I think about women working on women's rights, there are kind of effort and work that goes into it. una get for really up on a game. It's not just a question of, we wake tomorrow morning, we go meet somebody, go say let government or president, go meet the president, go beg and say, father of entertainment, give this. Una get for be very professional, una get for be very determined, una get for make sure say una know first what una they do. And I really want to suggest to una that una work with the people in parliament, with the MPs, on building the capacity of everybody and taking it over time. When we work on the 4 gender laws, we find out that we work for several years, almost 5 years, and at the last minute the government come in. But una get for be very determined and focused. It is as important. It's right now. It's like una they do all this creation. Una just they pour into a bag. We get a hole in the bottom. Una get for really work on sealing the bag so that all una creativity, una property, as Chukwemeka they say, una able for protector. I just want to say the whole gamut, the trademark, all these things that go with it. It's not just a small thing. It's the whole area of intellectual property, and the artists are the people who should lead this beyond the collection society, beyond the present act. The present act, in my view, needs a lot of work, a lot of review, and una will really take the lead and be ready for really work hard and not say una depend on somebody else for just help una along the way. Thank you.
If you want to get a full session of this presentation, just follow the link where they below, click on, and you go listen for yourself, follow your fences, and let me educate yourself.